Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be putting two of the best gaming handhelds head to head. I'm talking about the Asus ROG Ally X and the Lenovo Legion GO, which of course I've done a couple comparison videos in the past, but they were just inconclusive. But today's video is going to be a little bit different with a twist, because at this point I've spent over a month with each of these devices, making it more than 2 months with both combined, using them exclusively so I can give you guys a truly unbiased comparison. So today is going to be about sharing with you guys my conclusive thoughts and of course my recommendations on which of these two devices you should get, or if either one is superior. I'm going to be using different categories to rate them, and for each category I'll be rating both devices on a scale of 1 to 10. It's going to be exciting. So if you're on the fence about which one to get, this might just be the video for you. But before we start, please, I want to say, do consider subscribing to this channel, give the video a thumbs up, and of course turn on notifications so you don't miss out on my future videos. That said, let's jump into it. So first, we're going to kick things off with the design and the build quality. And for me, the Lenovo Legion GO takes the crown. And here's the reason why. The build quality feels a notch above the Asus ROG Ally X. The materials are solid and ergonomics are top notch, especially if you've got larger hands like I do. The grip on the Legion GO feels just right, giving you that reassuring sturdiness even during intense gaming sessions. And even though the Legion GO has the detachable controllers, they don't feel flimsy at all, if you know what I mean. They snap into place with a satisfying click and can hold the weight of the entire device if you pick it up by one of the controllers, and that's some serious build quality right there. Plus, the built-in stand on the Legion GO is something I didn't realize I was gonna appreciate until I switched over to the ROG Ally X. Having that stand built into the Legion GO is a game changer. It's perfect for tabletop mode, as you can see right now, especially when you're out and about. The ROG Ally X doesn't have that luxury, so you are stuck carrying an external stand if you want to prop it up, or you can just get one of these cases that comes with a stand built in. And honestly, carrying the stand that came in the box everywhere is just an extra hassle, especially if you just want to quickly set it down on a table. But let's not forget that the ROG Ally X still got a solid design, though it leans more towards a minimalistic aesthetic. I would say placing the USB-C ports on the top is a smart move, especially for dock mode, but the ergonomics just aren't as dialed in as the Legion GO, at least for my hands, okay? And portability is another mixed bag. The Legion GO comes with a carrying case, guys, which is a nice touch, but it's still bulky, right? It's great if you're traveling, let's say, long distances, like going to a place where you have to book an hotel room and you can just stay in your room playing your games all day while having it plugged in, right? But I wouldn't casually take it out to a nearby park. The ROG Ally X, on the other hand, is more compact and easier to carry around daily, although the lack of a carrying bag like the Legion GO means I'm constantly worried about damaging those analog sticks. And let's not forget about the trackpad on the Legion GO, which of course it's a small addition and many of you might even ignore it, but it does make a big difference, especially when you don't want to like smudge up the screen with your fingerprints, right? The ROG Ally X doesn't have that option, so you are stuck using the touch screen, which isn't a big deal of course, but someone with larger hands like me, it can be a bit finicky trying to precisely touch the text, right? So in this department, I'm gonna give the Lenovo Legion GO a 9.5 out of 10 and the Ally X a 9 out of 10. So the Legion GO wins. Now moving on to the display, this is where things get really interesting, and I'm going to say up front that the Legion GO's 8.8-inch display is just fantastic, and I'm just addicted to the display at this point. And just to give you guys an idea of what I mean, when I was using this ROG Ally X, I tried to focus solely on it, and like I said, I gave the Legion GO away to a friend so I could focus more on what was in front of me, right? But the moment I switched back to the Legion GO, the difference was like night and day. I honestly thought that I was going to get used to the Ally's display to the point where I don't have to miss the display on the Legion GO, but honestly it did not happen that way. So the larger screen on the Legion Go still makes a huge difference. For example, you don't have to hold it as close to your face to be able to see those texts or to get immersed in your game, which is something that I found myself doing a lot with this Asus ROG Ally X 7-inch screen. The bigger screen is just huge advantage on the Legion Go, and I'm super sure it's something that you're also gonna appreciate. And also, when it comes to color accuracy, the Legion Go's display just pops more. The colors are vibrant, text are crisp, and even though both devices are capped at 500 nits of brightness, the Legion Go's superior color accuracy makes it feel like it's brighter, if you understand. So the ROG Ally X screen is fine, like games look smooth thanks to the VRR display, but the smaller size and less vibrant colors are noticeable, especially when you're already used to the Legion Go. But while the 144Hz refresh rate on the Legion Go sounds great on paper, I kind of feel it's more of a gimmick, and here's the reason why. You see, the difference from 120Hz to 144Hz is barely noticeable by your eyes. Plus, you're hardly going to push it to those limits to take real advantage of those higher refresh rates, except if you want to use an external GPU, which would be absolutely fantastic on the Legion Go. For most games, the ROG Ally X 120Hz display does just fine, and the VRR keeps things really smooth. But I did notice some resolution issues with the Lenovo Legion GO on certain games like Flintlock and Red Dead Redemption 2. The aspect ratio didn't always play nicely, and it detracted from the experience. The ROG Ally X might have a smaller screen, but it's more stable in terms of resolution. Most games runs well at the native resolution, and you don't have to fiddle with settings as much. I would say for the average gamer, 1080p on the ROG Ally X is just practical. But either way, for this category, I'm gonna give the Legion Go again a 9.5 out of 10 and the Ally X a 9 out of 10. Now let's move on to the performance. Now, when it comes to performance, I'm going to say that the Asus ROG Ally X is the clear winner. The extra RAM is immediately noticeable, especially during heavy gaming sessions and those AAA titles. Everything feels snappy and responsive. Plus, the cooling system is slightly better than the Legion Go, and it's quieter too, which is a nice bonus. But of course, the Legion Go is no slouch. However, the ROG Ally X just feels more refined. It's like they've tuned it specifically for gamers who don't, want to compromise in terms of gaming performance. So for this category, I'm gonna give the Legion Go a 9 out of 10 and the Ally X a 10 out of 10. Now, battery life is a huge factor for portable gaming, and this is where the ROG Ally X really stands out. The new 80 watt-hour battery is a game changer. For example, I was able to play the new Black Myth Wukong for 2 hours straight without even thinking about reaching for the charger. And that's something I've not been able to do with the Legion Go. The Legion Go's 48 watt-hour battery just doesn't cut it for extended sessions. You are constantly aware of the battery percentage dropping, and unless you are near a power outlet, it's hard to get through longer play sessions without interruptions. And again, it's not just about the battery capacity. Charging speed also matters. The ROG Ally X now supports up to 100 watt charging, which means even if you do need to juice up, you're back in the game in no time. The Legion Go's charging is decent, but it's nowhere as fast as the Ally X. So for this category, the Ally X takes the cake with a 10 out of 10, while the Legion Go is going to go with a 6.5 out of 10. Now let's talk about controls. The ROG Ally X and the Legion Go both have solid setup, but I slightly prefer the controls on the ROG Ally X due to the 8-way directional button. The face button on both feels similar but are slightly larger on the ROG Ally X, which I obviously prefer, and they are responsive, and the haptic on the Ally's shoulder button had a layer of immersion that I really like as well. The Legion Go's shoulder buttons are also great. They've got a nice click to them that feels satisfying. And also, like I said earlier, there's a trackpad on the Legion Go, which is a small feature, but it's incredibly useful, especially when you're navigating through menus or just don't want to dirty up the screen. The ROG Ally X lacks this, which isn't a huge deal, but it's something I missed after using the Legion Go. The Ally X's controls are great, and they are more geared towards pure gaming, if I should say. The Legion Go, on the other hand, offers a bit more versatility with a bit more customizable controls, especially if you just want to use it as a mini PC. The ability to switch between controller and trackpad mode adds a layer of flexibility that's hard to ignore. Plus, the FPS tabletop mode is also great and really impressive in my opinion. In this category, I'm going to call it a draw, with both getting a 9.5 out of 10. Now, when it comes to software, both devices are pretty neck to neck, I should say. The Legion Space UI and the Armory Craze on the Ally X are both well designed and functional. They give you easy access to your games, performance settings, and other key features without being, overly complicated. I mean, I've had no issues navigating either interfaces. They are both intuitive and it's easy to tweak settings on the fly. So whether you're a casual user or someone who likes to dive into the nitty-gritty details, both UIs have you covered. And I'll also mention that they are both more stable now after several updates, which is really important. So far, I haven't experienced any crashes or bugs with either UI, which is a big plus. It shows that both companies have put a lot of effort into optimizing their software for a smooth user experience. So I'm going to give both of them an 8.5 out of 10. They're not perfect, but they are good. Now, connectivity is another area where both devices equally excel, but there are some differences. The ROG Ally X top-mounted USB-C 4.0 and 3.1 ports, great for docking. It's convenient and makes setting up a breeze. The Legion Go does have both USB-C ports as 4.0, which is really impressive, but the placement of the second port at the bottom can be a bit awkward, especially when you're using it on the tabletop mode. It's not a deal breaker, but it's just something for you to keep in mind. And in terms of wireless connectivity, both devices support the latest standard, so you're covered in that area, whether you're streaming, downloading games, or connecting peripherals via Bluetooth. It's a tie in that department as well. That said, both devices get easy 10 out of 10. Now, when it comes to audio quality, the ROG Ally X wins hands down. The front-facing speakers are louder and more immersive, and because they are positioned at the front and facing you directly, the sound quality is heard much better. It adds so much to the gaming experience on this device, especially when you're playing without your headphones. But I'm going to say for the Lenovo Legion GO, the audio is terrible and it's definitely not on the same level as the ROG Ally X. The speaker placement on the top of the device close to the vent is just a design flaw, and they are just not as loud or as clear, which can be a bit of a letdown when you're trying to get fully immersed in the game, and most especially after experiencing the amazing audio quality on the ROG Ally X. I'm telling you from experience. So the Ally X is getting a 10 out of 10, while the Legion GO is getting a 6.5 out of 10. Now, price and value are always tricky to assess because it really comes down to what you're looking for. I'll say the Legion GO offers a lot of bang for your buck, because for around €799, which is for the 500GB version, you do get a lot of features. You got a detachable controllers, built-in stand, a carrying case, and that large, vibrant display. And at the time of this video, it's currently on sale for €699, which makes it even more attractive, I should say. But the ROG Ally X, priced at €899, offers a more refined gaming experience with better performance, battery life, and audio quality. Understandably, you are paying a bit more, but you are also getting more in terms of core gaming features. So if you're looking for pure gaming performance, the ROG Ally X is probably the best value. But if you want more versatile device that can double as a mini PC, the Legion GO offers more flexibility in that area. And let's not forget, if you want a bigger screen for the Ally X, you will need to invest in a portable monitor, which is going to add to the overall cost. But that would be the same situation if you would think about upgrading the SSD on the Legion GO to 1 TB or 2 TB. bringing both to almost the same price, right? So for this category, I'm gonna give the Legion Go a bit more. So it's gonna get a 9.5 out of 10 because of all the things that you're getting in one package, and the Ally X is gonna get a 9 out of 10. So at this point, I'm gonna call it a draw between these two devices, one lacking what the other has and making up for it in a different way. And overall, I would say it really comes down to what you're looking for. The Legion Go is a more casual, balanced device that's great if you want something that can also function as a PC. It's got a larger screen, better color accuracy, and it's more versatile with detachable controllers. But if you're a hardcore gamer who prioritizes performance and battery life, the ROG Ally X is the clear choice. It's designed for those who want the best gaming experience on the go with fewer compromises. And I'm also gonna say the smaller screen and slightly lower color vibrancy are worth it when you consider the smooth gaming performance, better cooling, and superior audio quality. But while it's tough to pick a winner between these two devices, I found myself gravitating more towards the ROG Ally X because of that smooth, uninterruptible gaming experience. The Legion Go is fantastic in its own right, but for me, the Ally X just edges it out for serious gaming, especially since I don't really need the PC functionality that the Legion Go offers. So if you're all about the visuals and the larger screen experience, go with the Legion Go. But if gaming performance and battery life are your top priorities, the ROG Ally X won't disappoint. And if you're on a budget, the Legion Go offers a great value, especially if you're willing to invest in an external GPU later on for those demanding AAA games. And trust me, an external GPU is going to be fantastic on the Legion Go than on the ROG Ally. So guys, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with my assessment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, okay? And also, I would like to mention that this is purely from my point of view and usage, so even if you don't agree with my conclusion, let's keep it respectful in the comments, okay? That said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and of course, if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. My name is Samson, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.